Hello everyone, thank you for returning to Explosive Sun Collides into the Cool Moon. We are on part 8, Cameron Blackwood. It had been a few hours since he had taken Kie to the recovery girl. It was strange to see the older woman's quirk in action. If he was completely honest, it was kind of disgusting to watch. He had sent Kane a text letting him know where they were and to stay in class until the lunch period had started. A light knock echoed in the sterile room. Getting up from his chair, he walked over to the door and opened it. On the other side stood Kane, Mr. Aizawa, and Principal Nezu popping out from his scarf. Weird. "How is she doing?" Nezu asked. "She's doing better, but her condition has not changed since this morning," Cameron said. "Do you know what's wrong with her?" Aizawa asked. Cameron sighed. "To be honest, no. From what you described to me on the way over, Mr. Aizawa, she seems to have similar qualities to the mate bond Alpha Gregory had told us about when we were kids," Kane mentioned. "Impossible. No vampire or werewolf, for that matter, has ever mated to a human before," a low growl emitted from Cameron's chest. Kane crossed his arms as he shook his head at his brother. "Things change, brother. Werewolf packs have been on the decline lately, as well as the vampire clans. And to be frank, I wouldn't be surprised that this isn't the first human supernatural mate to have existed. You know as well as I do that the records on the supernatural world were either lost or poorly documented." Cameron didn't respond. Instead, he glared out the window, refusing to look his brother in the eye. No matter how much he hated to admit it, Kane was right. But that only served to piss him off even more. Why? Why couldn't it have been him who was her mate? He had loved her since they were kids. He went out of his way to make sure she knew how much he cared about her. "I've heard of the mate bomb before," Nezu chimed in, bringing him out of his thoughts. "Please tell me if the information I have is correct." Mate is when a werewolf or vampire feels an attraction to another that is so deep that binds them together for eternity. And if memory serves, finding a destined mate is a very rare thing. From what Alpha Gregory and Queen Danu told us, you are correct, Kane confirmed. "What happens if either person does not want to accept the mate bond?" Aizawa asked. "That's the thing. A fated mate pair is so rare that no one is willing to give it up. So we don't really know." Cameron sighed, running his hand through his hair. "We just have to ask Kie when she wakes up." The bell signaling the end of lunch rang. "I have made sure to inform your teachers from the classes that you have missed of the situation, and made sure that your brother has collected all of the paperwork for you. But may I suggest that you don't miss any more classes for today," Principal Nezu said, smiling at him while he climbed down from Aizawa's arms. "Thank you, sir, but I would rather stay here with her," Cameron responded, and was promptly hit on the back of his head. He turned around to see his twin brother standing there with a sour look on his face. Uh-oh, this can't be good. "Alpha Kie will not be happy to hear you miss classes because of her.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly what she would say. So you better listen to the principal and get your ass moving. Kane? Don't cane me, brother. Kane shot Cameron down quickly. I felt her sadness too, and I know what you are thinking, but we don't know the full story. So you can't jump to conclusions. We'll just have to wait until she wakes up to get the answers. Cameron stared at his younger brother and knew what he said was true. He hated how his twin knew how to calm him down, even to think rationally. Kane knew of his fascination with their alpha, but he had never questioned how deeply those feelings went. Fine, let's go. Wise choice. You know, I'm only going because if I stayed, she would whip my ass. Cameron scratched the back of his head as he followed Nezu and his laughing twin out of the infirmary room. You and I both know that if she woke up with you in the room, you would be next to wake up in there. Or the hospital. Cameron flinched as a fragmented memory from when they were 10 years old came through. He still didn't know how or why it happened. All he remembered was missing a day of school because he had refused to leave. When she woke up, they argued, but then nothing until he woke up to the fluorescent lighting and beeping noises somewhere by his head. On second thought, can we keep this a secret? I'd rather not be on the receiving end of her wrath again. Kane only laughed harder at his brother as he slapped a hand on his shoulder. It's gonna cost you. Cameron groaned and held out his hand, waiting for Kane to take it. When he finally did, I'll get it to you by tonight, he grumbled. And that's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe. Part 9 should be coming up here in the next few days. Bye.